Hello everyone and welcome to Gierok Farms. In today's video, we are back in the fields. If you watched the last video, you've seen that I started turbo tilling this farm that I'm currently on. I was doing the corn stalks. I finished that this morning. It's about midday now and I moved on to tilling up the soybean ground that we're gonna be planting corn in. We're doing an even soybean corn rotation on this farm. At least the stuff that I am tilling up. Things are really starting to dry out quick. The sun is shining, the dust is flying, which is good. I gotta say, this turbo till is pulling really nice through the soybean stubble. There's obviously a lot less residue to work through, and I'm not going as deep. Turn around there. I'm able to go considerably faster. It's pulling a lot easier. We're probably averaging 7.5 mile an hour at least. You know, some places I can get up to that 10 mile an hour. I'm really only going 2.5 to 3 inches deep, if that. I'm really just scratching in that fertilizer that I put down a couple days ago. I'm debating though leaving one of the contour strips on the far side of the valley. It's really long, and then on the back side of it gets really steep. I'm thinking I might leave that and try no-tilling that and kind of do a bit of a trial. See what kind of difference it makes. We might do that with the whole contour or maybe just the front half, we'll see. I want to be able to scratch a little bit in. I want to seal up that fertilizer that I put down. I don't want the nitrogen that was in that mix to volatilize. But tillage is just a small portion of today. Turn around again here, guys. If we don't have any issues, we're gonna move on to planting soybeans this afternoon into the evening once we get everything worked that we want to. I'm very excited to test that planter out. As you guys know, I put a lot of effort and time into it. But anyways, I'll let you guys watch the Magnum work for a little bit. Hope you enjoy the video. We'll keep updating you as the day goes on. What do you guys think of all that dirt this thing throws? I figured I'd get out and check how this thing is doing now that things are drying off more. Trying to make that nice seed bed and work that fertilizer in at the same time. Right around 2 inches right there. With the slopes, it's not quite perfect. You know, on a dead level, I think I was at like 2.5 to 3/4. Yeah, this tool is pretty handy. It's got marks on there in inches. It's nice. I can swipe away the loose dirt, hit that undisturbed stuff, and then I can stick it in and then measure where we are. I got one more field of soybean stubble to do, and then I think I'm gonna go over this cornfield here on the bottom. It was a bit heavier and it clumped up a bit more than I would have liked, so I'll probably skirt over that again one more time. But let's keep moving. We're gonna run out of time here. I'd like to get some planting done yet today. Update, we just finished all the tillage on this farm. With the extended forecast, should be good when it comes to erosion. It has plenty of time to settle out, and we'll get it planted, get everything established nice before there's any rain in the forecast. We got a week here so far. We all know the weatherman isn't right, but it gives me hope. I'm really happy to have all that fertilizer worked in on that soybean ground that's going into corn this year. So we're gonna set this thing up for road travel, use the men's room, and then head to that last 10-acre field of mine. That's the last of the turbo tilling for my personal acres. I know Daddy plans to use this to finish off the bottoms that he's chisel plowing right now, along with our new seeding, the fields that are going back into hay. We're gonna get this back to the yard so that he can use it if he's ready for it, and then we're gonna hook that planter on and go try to plant some beans yet this afternoon / evening. Also, mid-video, I want to remind you guys to check out GierokFarms.com. It's our very own website. We got some t-shirts and some hats and some sweatshirts on there. Also, if you haven't already subscribed, share the video with your friends. Hit the like button if you enjoy it. If you want to say something, leave it down in the comments. Well, looks like they're gonna put it to work right away. Mason's getting her hooked up. Mason's already started in with that turbo till over chisel plowed ground. Man, it looks beautiful. Looks like a garden, you know, like an actual tiller went through there, one of those aggressive ones. I got some bad news when it comes to trying to plant this evening. The crimps on the end of the hoses for the planter cylinder up and down on the Pioneer fitting end, those crimps are letting go. So she's blowing hydraulic all over the place. It's enough to where it's gonna shut us down until we get that fixed. As I move over to the fields that I'm gonna plant, I'm gonna make some calls, see if any dealerships are open, you know, busy season hours. Maybe get a new crimp put on, or we'll be probably waiting until tomorrow morning. It'd be nice to at least get this planter set up and ready to go right away tomorrow. It's crazy how I've been playing around with that, lifting it up and down for all winter long, and the day I go to plant, she blows. But that's you know, that's pretty typical. So we'll just have to get her fixed. At least it's a simple fix. So we'll see you guys over there and see what we can find out on the way there. All right, since we had hydraulic trouble here, I'm gonna double check these old hydraulic lines off the fertilizer box and make sure they work here. I don't think I'd be able to rob them and keep going, but we're losing daylight anyways here. So I'm gonna string these out. I wanna make sure that the tractor has no issues running this, check this for leaks, and then run the auger on the planter too. Run them together, make sure we have no issues when it comes to that. Being we're already addressing another hydraulic issue. Then I can just bring 2 sets of lines if I need to. I don't see any leaks yet. I was able to run them both independently, but not together. I don't know if that's common. You Magnum guys let me know. I would assume I should be able to run both functions at the same time, but I can't. I don't know if I don't have enough flow to do that or what. You know, if I shut one off and switch to the other one, I can, you know, I can work them both independently, but if I put both levers on, remote number 1 is the only one that feeds, and that's to this guy. So I don't know if it's just not capable of running both remotes, or if I'm getting low on hydraulic because of this leak here, or what. Because with the turbo till, I didn't really have to run both the remotes, so I don't know if I could work them together or not. You guys let me know down in the comments. So I might have to get another tractor here to run this auger. We'll see. But in the meantime, we can tear these lines off to get new fittings, new crimps, I mean, on the end here. It blew the hose right out. I think it's a poor crimp, and then it was shoving it through there. I have enough hose, so I should be able to just cut it off and re-crimp it. I think this one's okay, but I'm skeptical, and I kind of want to just redo that one too. So yeah, we got to put fuel on and then get our hydraulics tore off. All right, so we have our hydraulic lines stowed away, ready to go for the trip back home. So we'll get those fixed. We'll be back out here tomorrow morning, bright and early, get them put on. Right now, Owen's coming with the 686. That's gonna be my fertilizer tender power unit. Huge shout out to Owen and Mason. They've been helping me out a lot with odds and ends stuff during this spring planting or just tillage so far. Like today, Mason ran and grabbed me some fuel, so I was using more than I thought I would. And then he picked me up last night. Owen, he met me with the sprayer and this and swapped yesterday. And then now he's bringing a tractor, so huge shout out to them. It's a good reminder of what's important in life. It's the people, you know. Thank you all for being part of this journey. Thanks for being some of the important people in my life. Thank you all for watching. Thanks for the support. And we will see you all next time. And hopefully we have a better ending to the next video.